welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Nina.
And I'm Matt. And today we're looking at part 2 of our article, London, a tour through time. So we've talked about some of the things that London is known for last time, but it's also well known for some of its forms of transportation.
Yes, for example, the tube, right? It's actually the first underground railway.
That's right. So the tube in London is their famous metro system or metro train system. And you might have seen the signs that say mind the gap, which is reminding people that there is a space between the trains and the platform.
Yes, and another thing would be like the red phone booths, right? The old school phone booths in London.
That's another thing London is definitely known for, and something that people like to take photos with for sure.
Yes, it's definitely something that's iconic to represent London. And the last one would be the double-decker buses, right?
Oh, double-decker buses are something that, people definitely associate with the UK, especially the red double-decker bus.
Yes, exactly. But also, I think one thing would be the Tower Bridge, right? But I think people always think about London Bridge, but what they have in mind is actually the Tower Bridge.
Yeah, well, there's the famous nursery rhyme, like London Bridge is falling down. And so people think of London Bridge when they think of London because they know that song, but the most famous bridge in London is not London Bridge, it's Tower Bridge, which is actually right next to London Bridge.
Yes, but Tower Bridge is the one that looks the coolest, right?
It's the pretty one that you want to take pictures of.
Exactly.
Because it's quite beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so now we learned a little bit more. Let's get into part 2.
In another corner of central London, you will find the British Museum, one of the city's most famous cultural spots. Visitors can see thousands of objects from around the world, from ancient Egyptian mummies to Chinese porcelain. Even the building itself is impressive, particularly the large glass roof in the museum's entrance hall. It fills the open space with soft, natural light and creates a peaceful feeling.
Okay, so now we're back at day 2 of London, a tour through time.
Okay, so let's get into part 2. In another corner of central London, you will find the British Museum, one of the city's most famous cultural spots. Okay, so cultural is an adjective, and cultural means related to people and the things that people have made. And it also can mean the things that make one group of people different from other groups of people. So the things that that group has that makes them unique and is unique to them is part of their cultural identity, part of what makes their culture. So culture is the noun and cultural is the adjective, meaning related to culture.
Okay.
So I have an example sentence. Language is a key part of any cultural identity.
Yes. Have you ever been to that museum?
I have been to that museum, but it was a very long time ago. So I know that they have many artifacts from all around the world. And even I know it's sometimes a little bit controversial because some countries want those artifacts back, but they are currently sitting in the British Museum.
Okay, so visitors can see thousands of objects from around the world, from ancient Egyptian mummies to Chinese porcelain. Wow, okay, so porcelain is a smooth white material used to make cups or dolls. For example, my grandmother likes to collect porcelain vases.
Okay, let's go to Hanny now.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们在第一天的课程介绍了大笨钟、国会大厦、西敏寺，还有伦敦塔。下一站来到大英博物馆，它是伦敦最著名的文化景点之一。来到这边，访客可以看到来自世界各地成千上万件的物品，从古埃及木乃伊到中国瓷器都有。Matt 老师这时候用到一个名词叫 artifact。 artifact artifact 可以表达手工艺品或是人工制品。那么课文单字 cultural 它是形容文化的，跟文化有关的。Porcelain 则是表达瓷或瓷器。那文中还有提到 mummy 就是木乃伊。我们接话课文中。
Even the building itself is impressive, particularly the large glass roof in the museum's entrance hall.
Oh, I remember that. It is a very beautiful building.
Yeah, so particularly is an adverb and it's used to mean even more so, or something is even more. So when we say that the building itself is impressive, particularly the large glass roof, we mean that the glass roof is even more impressive than the building, which is already impressive. So it's a way of adding emphasis and making something, even greater than what came before it.
So kind of like especially.
Exactly, like especially. So here's an example sentence. I enjoyed my trip, particularly the day at the beach.
Okay, continuing. It fills the open space with soft natural light and creates a peaceful feeling. Oh, I love a glass ceiling. I can imagine the lights just beaming in and you get to take a nice walk in the museum and also appreciate the architecture itself.
Yeah, I remember it being very beautiful when I was there. I think it's a large circular ceiling and a lot of people even just take pictures with it.
All right, so let's go to Hanny for now.
大英博物馆除了有丰富的馆藏，它的建筑本身也令人印象深刻，尤其是博物馆入口大厅的大型玻璃屋顶，它让开放空间充满了柔和的自然光，营造出一种宁静的感觉。好，这边用到单字 particularly， 它是副词，表示尤其、特别是。好，那我们接回课文中。
Okay, so we've learned some more places you can go in London. You can go to the British Museum to learn about history and culture, and you can also just go there to admire the building itself.
Absolutely. So we will learn more about what else you can do in London right after the break.
For a different side of London, head to Notting Hill and experience the color and energy it brings to the city. This area became famous thanks to the movie of the same name, but it offers much more. The streets are lined with colorful houses and shops. On weekends, Portobello Road Market comes alive with locals and tourists who are searching for antiques, street food, and vintage clothing. London is a city with many faces. Whether you are interested in culture, history, or just want to enjoy a walk through streets that are full of life, London doesn't disappoint. Though the weather may be gray at times, the city's energy and culture never fail to shine.
Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about some places you can go in London, and we were talking about the British Museum, which is a place that many people visit, and not only for its things that it has from all over the world and things from like Egypt and China, but you can also visit it just to see the beautiful building with its glass roof.
Yes, indeed. All right. So what else can we see? For a different side of London, head to Notting Hill and experience the color and energy it brings to the city. And energy meaning a state of being full of life and liveliness. Okay. So for example, my dogs always have so much energy in the morning.
Continuing on, this area became famous thanks to the movie of the same name, but it offers much more. Do you know that movie?
I've heard of it, but I'm not sure I've ever seen it.
I also think I haven't seen it. I know it was like a sort of cheesy rom-com, like romantic comedy kind of movie.
Maybe we should watch it. I love rom-coms.
All right, well, I didn't know that people actually went to that area because of this movie.
Okay, well, I'm sure it has a lot to offer.
Okay, the streets are lined with colorful houses and shops.
Ooh, already sounds like fun. On weekends, Portobello Road Market comes alive with locals and tourists who are searching for antiques, street food, and vintage clothing. Okay, that sounds like my type of place to hang out at.
It does, yeah, it sounds like a very interesting neighborhood.
Yeah, like lively, a lot to do. You can try different things, right? And a little bit of shopping.
So people are there searching for antiques, street food, and vintage clothes. So to search for something is to attempt to find something, to try to find something. So in this case, people are trying to find, or they are looking for antiques, street food, and vintage clothing. So we have an example sentence. I searched online for the cheapest flights. So also when we look for things on the internet, we also search. So we use that word searching online.
Yeah, so if you're on Google and you search for something, there's also the search bar, right?
Well, yeah, and Google is a search engine.
Yes. All right, now let's go to Hanny for now.
如果想看看伦敦的不同面向，可以前往 Notting Hill 诺丁丘，感受它为城市带来的色彩与活力。这个地区因为同名电影而闻名。那这部电影的中文我们一般是翻译成《新娘100%》，它是一部浪漫喜剧电影。Matt 老师说的 rom-com 其实是 romantic comedy 的简称，指的就是浪漫喜剧。好，那有些人可能会为了这一部电影而去造访 Notting Hill， 不过这个地方所提供的远不止于此。它的街道两旁有色彩缤纷的房屋跟店铺，每逢周末，波多贝罗市集就会因为前来寻找古董、街头小吃，还有复古服装的当地人和游客而热闹起来。好，来看看单字 energy， 它是名词，表示活力、精力或者是有能源的意思。Nina 老师提到 liveliness。Liveliness， 那这个名词它可以表达活力或者是神采奕奕。下一个单字 search 当动词表示寻找、搜寻，后面常常会接 for 加名词。好，这边还有两个重点，第一个是Thanks to 它表示由于多亏，跟 because of 意思相近，常常用来带出正面的原因。注意 thanks to 是片语介系词，后面要接名词或动名词。例如 Thanks to your directions, we had no trouble finding the place. 多亏你的指引，我们很顺利就找到那个地方了。那第二个重点 come alive 字面意思是活了过来，当它的主词是地方的话，可以表达某地变得热闹、活跃起来，或者是充满生机。举例来说 This street comes alive at night. 这条街道到了晚上就变得很热闹。好，接回课文中。
Okay, getting back to the article, London is a city with many faces. Whether you are interested in culture, history, or just want to enjoy a walk through streets that are full of life, London doesn't disappoint.
Though the weather may be gray at times, the city's energy and culture never fail to shine. That's true. I remember I complained a little bit about London's weather, but there is so much to do there.
Yeah, it's such a big city and such an important city. I guess there's always important events going on.
Absolutely. Especially during Christmas time, there's actually this thing called the Winter Wonderland at Hyde Park. They turn it into, well, basically a winter wonderland with amusement park rides and street food, and it just feels very Christmassy.
That sounds great. All right, let's go to Hanny.
课文最后提到，伦敦是一个有许多面向的城市，无论你对文化历史感兴趣，或是只是想感受漫步在充满活力的街道，伦敦都不会令人失望的。那这边有一个重点是 whether or 就可以表达无论什么什么或是什么什么。那它可以引导副词子句，用来带出两种以上的选择或可能性，表达不管是什么还是什么都怎么样。例如 Whether it's cold or hot outside, they always enjoy a walk in the park. 不管外面天气是冷还是热，他们总是喜欢在公园散步。好，那接回到课文中。
Okay, so now we have a what do you think? So, Matt, have you ever learned something important from traveling to a new place?
Well, I've traveled to a lot of places, and I think one thing I've learned from traveling to other places is that different cultures and different people do things in different ways, and you shouldn't use what you think is normal or the right way to do things from your own cultural background. You shouldn't judge the way other people do things because, there are other ways to do things than what you might have been taught was right or was the best way to do it because different people do things in different ways.
Yes, absolutely. So it's very important to keep an open mind and you can experience different cultures and enjoy it.
All right, so now we've learned tons about London and, it seems like a great place to go for your next vacation. So it's time to start planning. So let's review the article again and we will see you next time.
Okay, bye.
In another corner of central London, you will find the British Museum, one of the city's most famous cultural spots. Visitors can see thousands of objects from around the world, from ancient Egyptian mummies to Chinese porcelain. Even the building itself is impressive, particularly the large glass roof in the museum's entrance hall. It fills the open space with soft, natural light and creates a peaceful feeling. For a different side of London, head to Notting Hill and experience the color and energy it brings to the city. This area became famous thanks to the movie of the same name, but it offers much more. The streets are lined with colorful houses and shops. On weekends, Portobello Road Market comes alive with locals and tourists who are searching for antiques, street food, and vintage clothing. London is a city with many faces. Whether you are interested in culture, history, or just want to enjoy a walk through streets that are full of life, London doesn't disappoint. Though the weather may be gray at times, the city's energy and culture never fail to shine.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 cultural， 它是形容文化的，与文化有关的。Porcelain 这个名词表示瓷或是瓷器 ，particularly 这个副词表示尤其特别是。那么 energy 它是名词，表示活力、精力或者是能源。Search 当动词则表示寻找、搜寻。再来看看文法的部分，第一个学到 thanks to， 它表示由于、多亏，就跟 because of 意思相近，常常用来带出正面的原因。第二个学到 come alive。字面意思是活了过来，当它的主词是地方时，表示某地变得热闹、活跃起来，充满生机。第三个学到 whether 点点点 or 点点点可以引导副词子句，用来带出两种以上的选择或是可能性，表达不管是什么还是什么都怎么样。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Hey, 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 it's Kiwi on the street. I'm Kiki. And I'm Winnie. And today I need Kiki's help because I will be wearing this shirt in a scene tomorrow, but it's not very video ready. It's very wrinkled.
Yes, so I'm going to teach Winnie how to iron. Now, we don't have an ironing board because some people, for example, maybe you live in a dorm and you don't want to buy an ironing board and it also takes up space. What you can do is have this heat-resistant ironing mat. If you got a very tricky spot, okay, no matter what you do, if the wrinkle doesn't go out, do you know what you should do?
No.
You should use steam. So if you use steam onto your shirt or your wrinkle, you're kind of just making it wet again so that it could kind of reshape itself. But be careful.
That iron has a steam function. Boy, I'll tell you that much.
It's hot.
So be careful. And we have the finished product. Kiki, this is still really wrinkly.
Well, I never said I was good at it.
Anyway, thanks for trying. But that's all we have for today. Please follow us on Instagram. Send us a DM or an email if there's something you want to say in English, but you just don't know how. Kiki, is there anything else you want to say?
Let's learn how to fold clothes next.
Ooh.
Kiwi later.